So we just dropped off Ben at school, and it is a chilly 29 degrees out. I don't know if you can tell, the car in front of me has frost on it. What's crazy is that I sent Ben out early, not early, but like earlier, and had him start the car and see if there was any ice on it, because I didn't want to have to rush, and it just gets crazy, right? And there was no ice on my car, which is weird, because when we lived and we live in the same complex, but when we lived in the other side, it was like we always got frost. And not only did we always get frost, but I usually would park in the sun. So I don't know if any of that has anything to do with anything, but I'm glad there's no frost on the car this morning, and that he came out and heated it up, so it's warm for me. Yeah, weird. And it snowed in Tucson yesterday, which I have a little bit of footage, but it didn't stick. But it's amazing that it did snow, because that's a rarity here. The mountains, though, are covered in snow, and that's really cool. And people closer to the mountain have pictures of snow happening, which is just a really cool thing. A couple of years ago, I want to say, when Ben was little, it snowed on my birthday, which is coming up on the 21st of January, and that was really cool. So maybe because I like the snow, I'm just like way excited about it, and I am glad that it's cooler. There was a severe freeze warning and so forth, and I don't know how my plants are going to survive. When I thought about it last night at like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, because I did not bring them in. They are not in direct sun, so when I was researching about how do you basically defrost your frosted plants, it said something about how the sun can be damaging directly on them or something, and so I don't know. The other thing is that they're kind of house plants. They're philodendrons, and I don't know how well they're going to do outside in the summer and outside right now. So when I get home after having breakfast with Glenda, then I think I will go ahead and bring them in. But good Lord, I hope that they don't die. My Christmas cactus was blooming so beautifully as well. I've been eating a banana every day or an avocado every day, and been trying to keep my potassium up because I fasted the last 2 days. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to have breakfast this morning or not, but I have had those bananas, so I was making banana water, and I put them on my plants outside so that they would get nourished. And so I'm hoping that everything's going to be okay, because that would really stink, because those philodendron plants are doing really well. So I don't know. I also want to get a tomato plant, but now I don't know how well a tomato plant would do if it doesn't get any direct sun. Oh, but a very cool thing is I saw a hummingbird yesterday hanging around my Christmas cactus blooms, and so how funny. I am freezing, and I'm like, that little tiny hummingbird keeps warm. And this frigid weather, that's just insane to me. But yeah, that's been the excitement of my last couple of days. I only had Charlie on, let me think, when was it? I had Charlie on Saturday for just a little bit of time. We went to Costco, though, took him to Costco and had some fun there. And it's interesting because as he's getting older, he's starting to want to get out of the baskets, and he wants to explore. And now I'm kind of like, wow, the little baby's pretty much not there anymore. toddler that wants to run around crazy. And so yeah, we gotta kind of hone in on that and help him learn how to behave and so forth. So let's see, what else? So I haven't had breakfast with Glinda in like 2 weeks. She has had a death in the family, which is really sad. Her mother-in-law passed away and was living in a elderly facility for quite a long time, so it wasn't surprising, but also surprising and sad. So I feel very, very sad for her, but I feel like it's been ages since I've seen her. And with Christmas being on Monday, of course we didn't meet, and then New Year's Day being on Monday, we didn't meet. So it just seems like forever. So I'm glad that we're actually getting together today and having breakfast, at least hanging out. I think I might get some coffee in me and see if that'll warm me up a bit. So yeah, so anyhow, that's about it for now. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Stay warm. And this is a perfect example today. About how not drinking your water is so easy. It's just like, let's skip water today because one, it's kind of boring, and two, it's cold. So I just encourage people in the winter, drink your tea, you know. I like to do a concoction of emergency and tea at least a couple times a week. When I worked at a thrift store, which was very poorly managed, and we had to really buckle down and try to get things organized and caught up, that was around the time when COVID hit. And what happened at that store is that we would get Costco's returns. So sometimes an emergency is not tasty. It tastes very much like watered down Tang or Tampico maybe, but really watered down, right? So your mind's like, oh, delicious juice or delicious Tampico if you like that. But it's not. So I just didn't really even know what it was, but I started to take one every day because I was freezing back there in the warehouse. And so as I was taking it, I never got sick. And I don't know why, because technically my kidney was failing literally at that time. And also, I was surrounded by a bunch of germs, to be completely honest. So for me to not get sick is amazing. And I really do believe that it was that emergency that kept me alive and well. All right, I gotta run in here. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.